Hey, what up, guys? So coming to you this morning, I'm actually at home. I know that's rare, but coming to you this morning, doing my what's next, and this one's gonna be on Josh Warrington, undefeated IBF featherweight champion. He fought June 15th on ESPN Plus in the main event when he took on Kid Galahad, his undefeated mandatory number one contender. It was actually a really good fight. I actually missed this fight, and I'm pissed off about it. Um, but it was a really good fight, and the two went back and forth. Galahad proved that he's a legitimate top 10 featherweight, and Warrington proved that he's tough as nails and really is at the top of the division. And but he got out of there with a close split decision win. So the question is, what's next for Josh Warrington? Well, the guy's got a lot of options, but two of the options that seem to be off the table now that I'm kind of disappointed in were Oscar Valdez, a unification bout with him, WBO champ, because that's really what Warrington's been wanting all year, and Carl Frampton, a rematch with Carl Frampton, who he beat last December in what was the biggest victory of his career. Seems like those two are on a collision course to meet at towards the end of the year. So where does that leave Warrington now? Well, Warrington's got he's got some good options, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think his best option in terms of name recognition and the biggest, obviously the biggest fight is Shakur Stevenson, the undefeated top contender and former medalist. I think that's a huge showdown right there, and it's something whether he should take the fight or not. Personally, I think Stevenson's going to beat him if they fight, but I think for name recognition, Warrington's down to face a guy like Shakur Stevenson, and he wants to fight the best, and I think that is who he's going to end up fighting. There's also Jesse Magdaleno, I think, is a possibility. He's fighting in August on the Frampton undercard, and I think another win for Magdaleno, I think he'd be down for a world title shot against Warrington. And I think Warrington might face a guy like him, top-ranked fighter, so I think that would make sense. And then the other option, crossing the street, as they're calling it now, with the networks, would be Warrington to unify titles against Leo Santa Cruz. I haven't heard anything out of the Santa Cruz camp. His dad looks good. His dad was sitting with him at the fight last night, actually, on Fox. And so I think Santa Cruz wants to announce his plans soon. I think a unification isn't off the table. I mean, right now, in my opinion, these are the top two guys at 126, so why not? But yeah, I would love to see it. I think that's probably the third option for him. And if he doesn't want to fight, and you're willing to cross boundary lines, why not go after Gary Russell Jr. then? If Leo doesn't want to fight, and if Leo doesn't want to fight Gary Russell either. So I think Warrington's got a lot of options in-house with Top Rank, and then if we're willing to cross those boundary lines, which, you know what? I think Bob Arum and Top Rank with the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder stuff, I think that's going to open the door, the floodgates for a lot of co-promotional fights to get worked out. So I'm really hoping for that one. And Bob Arum's already shown that by allowing Jose Ramirez, his 140-pound champion, to go over to DAZN to take on Maurice Hooker over there. So he's surprising me and opening the doors more and the floodgates for these big fights to happen. So I would love to see Warrington and Santa Cruz, or Warrington and Gary Russell, because these are the top three guys at 126. So that's it, guys. What's next on Josh Warrington? True boxing. Been hit with the truth.